All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This video is going to go up on YouTube as a video that you can watch after it's finished with this live stream here. And I'm doing another one of these. I know that it's very early. It's very early for me too, but it's just kind of spontaneous, and I wanted to do another one of these live unboxings for you. So what I am going to do, we're going to be taking a look at this previews exclusive Mezco Toys Batman The Dark Knight Returns figure from their 112 collective line. So I'm going to wait a few minutes, 1 minute or so, maybe two, while I just make sure that everything is working right here. I've had this figure for a while, many months, but I never did it justice because I never actually did a proper video about it. And it's a shame because I do think that this is probably one of, if not the best action figures that I actually own. And the fact that I never put it on video for anyone to see is it's a shame. So I need to change that. But I do need to change the title of this video though, because it's still with Ultimate Kratos. Let me see. Can I edit the title? There we go. Let's see here. Alright, so this title, it should be changed right now, I hope. I'll listen to the audio. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go. Alright, I was worried that absolutely nobody would show up, but hey, we got one person. How you doing, Leon? Nice to see your name there. All right, so I'm just going to get to this unboxing here. So I'm not too sure. I don't think that you can still go to mezcotoys.com and pick up this Dark Knight Returns Batman. I think that website is probably all sold out at this point. But when I did get this, I believe he was about $65 to $70 when he was available. And there's a few different colors. I know that there's like a black and white version of this, and I have these like the gray and blue version, and then I think there's another version as well. But yeah, let's just take a look at this guy. So it's a really nice box. If you're into boxes, this is right up your alley. So it has this plastic sleeve that covers the actual main box, and it's quite large. You got that Dark Knight Returns Batman logo, one with a quite large and wide bat. And on the back, man, it's an amazing figure. So of course, in this graphic novel, Batman is an older man, and you know, but he's still a little bit burly. And he comes with a bunch of different accessories. I mean, this dude's got a gun, right? Interchangeable head. He's got like these claws this hand where he has claws on his hands. He's got a grappling hook with a rope. There's the alternate face sculpt. That's the one that I kind of like the best because he's just kind of grimacing. And of course, he also has this little utility belt on his leg that you can put on. And like I said before, this sniper rifle. And he also has like this weird claw-like thing that you can put on his cape, so you can make his cape kind of fan out like that. And he comes with the base with a flight stand. So plenty of things that they ship this guy with. And another thing that I like about this is that unlike a lot of other like action figures and stuff, they know that you don't want to mess around screwing around with a box for too long and using twist ties to try to get them open. They don't do that. They just set it up so that you can just dive right in. All right, so let me just slide this out. Now, like I said, I had already opened this a long time ago, but I still had the box and everything. So still want to show you what it would look like if he were brand new in the box. So he'll be right there in the middle. The base will be right behind him. Sniper rifle, all the interchangeable hands. 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs of interchangeable hands for a total of 4, because of course he comes with his own hands already attached. And yeah, that was where the head sculpt would be. I believe the rope was probably about right there, the grappling hook. So yeah, you get that. No twist ties at all. So you just plop him right out of the box. And as far as all the accessories go, I have them all in this little freezer type bag here. And I'm gonna pour them all out. It's the official 112 Collective freezer bag. All right, so let's take a closer look at these hands. We've got one hand that is a clenched fist, but of course, you have this other hand here, which I believe this hand is used to, is this his trigger hand? This might be his gun, one of his gun holding hands, perhaps the trigger finger hand. We also have an open palm hand. We've got a slightly holding on to something hand. Oh, these are cool. This is the hand with the little spikes attached to the end of it. So this is a really awesome pair of hands, or pair of hand. Here's the other one for his other hand. And the face sculpt. I'm going to bring this in kind of close. Let me see if I can focus on it. There we go. So, well, sort of. It does not want to focus. Focus on the head. Alright, it doesn't want to. But there's the really cool head. He's just kind of grimacing without his teeth, but I prefer the one where he's actually showing his teeth. I think that's the best one. This little black peg here is for the base. So if you don't want to connect the flight stand to it, you can just stick this inside of the base, and then it won't have that little hole in it. So that's something that's nice to have. Here's the sniper rifle. And I refuse to believe that this won't focus here. There you go. So there's the sniper rifle. Very nice detail on this sniper rifle. It's got like a little bit of wear right here. Looks kind of black, a little bit of a wash. So that's really cool. Liking that sniper rifle. It has a little strap. You can put it over Batman if you want. This is like the grappling hook, and it also comes with a rope. So that's pretty cool. I just wound it up. But if you really want to take some time to try to, pose this out really, really well, you can. This grappling hook, the little metal parts, this isn't metal, but the metal-like parts are very similar to the barrel of this sniper rifle and for the scope. So it's like the same type of paint application for these two. So those are really cool. I like those. And then last but not least, the thing that I haven't messed around with enough to really figure out how it works. I think I tried once and gave up. But this is an accessory that you can clip to the flight stand, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And when it's attached to this flight stand, you're able to clip these to the end of Batman's cape. And then you can just sort of sprout his cape out, like if he's jumping off a building or something, and his cape is just like hovering in midair. That's what this is for. I've never seen something like this come with any kind of figure before, with the sole purpose of making the cape look cool. So that is, it's really neat. You know, if I tried hard enough, I'm sure I could get it, but I just never did. So those are all the accessories that he comes with. So it's quite a few accessories. And for the figure himself, there he is. So I got him on his flight stand already. Let me just lift this up a little bit. So there he is, and he's already on the flight stand. I'm going to take him off the flight stand here. And as you can see, the base that it comes with, it's got that Dark Knight Returns Batman logo, which is one of my favorite Batman logos. And yeah, I mean, this guy looks really awesome. So all the way around, very nice cape too. You know, it's sturdy and it's huge. It is absolutely huge. Look at that cape. Look how it just fans out like that. That is great. I love that. All right, so let me take him off the stand. You see he's just clipped around the waist. He has been in this stand for months. Months, I tell you. And, you know, there's a little flight stand. Always great to get a flight stand. It's not really something that you usually get with figures. All right, so move this down a little bit. And then, you know, one of the coolest things about this Batman, man, these joints have not been worked in quite a while. So one of the cool things about this Batman is, like, all this material, it's like cloth. It's a clothy material. But it's not like how some figures, when they have cloth on them, it might seem like the cloth is a little bit too big on them and it just doesn't look right, you know. It's different with this guy. It's almost like spandex. It's kind of stretchy. I'm not even sure if I can really demonstrate like how stretchy it is, but it's fit to his body. It's very form-fitting, and that's awesome. His little utility belt has slid down, and he has all this articulation up underneath his clothing here. And when you move it out, this material stretches with it. So that's really awesome. You know, Batman, like, he's like, yo, check out my muscles. I'm huge. Huge. All right. So great articulation. This is well, don't hit yourself, Batman. So you got that great elbow articulation there. Of course, you can move it down. You can rotate it. I mean, just like with all of this, you can just see like the amount of poses that you can get with this guy. It's for his leg. Can stretch out that far. Of course, he's got that articulation at his heel there. Goes back about that far. You can move it up about that far. Really great for posing. Of course, something like this, you gotta get the double jointed knee. And look at that. That's a great double jointed knee right there. Let's put them out. And I love how all of the joints that make this articulation possible they're all hidden underneath his outfit. And I think that's great because that gives you the opportunity to add a lot more points of articulation without necessarily worrying about, you know, the figure coming off as looking, you know, craptacular. So there's that grimace of a face that Batman has that I think is amazing. Focus live stream camera. There we go. I love the teeth. I mean, look how you can see like a little blackness, just like black around his mouth and in his teeth. Really freaky. Love that frown that he has right there. Looks really good. Really, really good. When I first had him, the way that I decided to like pose him up was I gave him that sniper rifle. And I think I might do that again as well, since that's not really something that you can really see, that you normally see Batman with. But I'll have to take his hands off for that one. So I think I'm going to have to give him, I think this hand is probably for the trigger. And let's see, closed fist. And then this one probably holds the barrel of the gun. So we're gonna have to take his hands off. So it's fairly easy enough. We'll just pop that off. Super easy. And pop that on. Alright, so at least I think, like, would this even be... I don't even know if that's the right hand. Like, what else? Yeah, it has to be the right hand. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Alright, so let's take this off, and I'm going to put on his gun. I love how easy it is to just take these hands off. You don't feel like you're going to break them at all. Alright, so let's try to get this sniper rifle in his hand here. Let's see, so how would I go about doing that? Maybe, because I remember at one point I had it pretty much perfect, and of course trying to do it on stream, it makes it exceedingly difficult. Alright, so he's holding it at least. We got that going for us. Now if we can hold that up to his eye, and kinda, I'm sure that you can get that a lot better. I remember when I first posed him up, oh man, I had him looking so good holding on to this gun. So if I can just maybe, I'm gonna have to work on this. But if you can imagine what that would look like, him just holding the gun, trigger finger at the ready. Maybe I have to push this in a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that. So we'll just have to have him like this. He'll lean it in a little bit. I can tilt his head a little bit, and you know, get an impression of he's going to gun someone down. I think I might just keep him like that because that's a really unique look for Batman, not just him getting ready to fight somebody or him, you know, just looking like a badass in general. Like, this dude is going to shoot you. That's what I really like about this Mezco Batman. They have quite a few other 112 figures that they have come out with and will come out with. I believe Judge Dredd. I believe there's a Daredevil one. And that's really awesome. So I'm just going to have that gun in his hand there. And we'll just kind of leave it like that. You know, so if you were ever looking for the type of figure that is similar to the articulation and detail that you would get for something like from Hot Toys, for example, but you don't want to spend $200 or more on a Hot Toys figure, but you still want a high-end action figure, then definitely the 112 line of Mezco's figures is definitely the way to go. I think that's like the next point up. I know you could be like, well, you know, figure arts and, you know, all this other stuff. I mean, that's cool, but I really like what Mezco is doing here. All right, so let's get him to stand up here like that. I'm definitely going to put that gun in his hand when this stream is over. So I know it was a very, very early stream to be doing this kind of thing, but, you know, I just wanted to do it again and just see how it all worked out. I know that in the future, what I'm going to end up doing is just putting out a video beforehand when I plan on doing things like this, just to let everybody know, like, yo, I'm going to be live streaming on, you know, Thursday, the whatever, at 12 p.m. or something, you know, just to give a heads up, because just springing live streams on people, you know, it's not the best way to let people know. But I wanted to show this Mezco's Batman here. I think he is exceedingly awesome. Thank you, Marvel Man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And you know, I'm going to be showing off some other stuff that I got but never actually did a video on. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Whenever, I get something, or if I can find something that I have that I think is worthy of showing you guys, but I never actually took the time to make a full review on it, then I'll just I'll just get on the live stream and just show you that way. So, so you always have a good idea of, stuff that I think is pretty neat to check out. So one last thing to show before I head out is one of these Funko Pop figures that I picked up, and this one is from Doom. I'm gonna let this down a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, so this is from Doom, and this is the what is it? The Cyberdemon. The Cyberdemon from Doom. So when I first found out that they were making Doom Funko Pops, I really don't care necessarily about Doom, at least the latest incarnation of Doom. But of course, since this is the 6-inch pop, and I thought, man, the Cyberdemon looks very interesting, looks very cool, I wanted to, pick them up. And for the most part, I'm cool with them. But then again, there are some, well, I'm a little tiny bit, I don't know if disappointed is the word, but maybe a tad bit misled, maybe, simply because I felt that he would be more glossier than this. Based on the pictures that they've shown, it looked like his eyes were more metallic. And I don't know if it's just me, but this just does not look like it's in focus. It just doesn't. Can I make this? Can I, like, I don't know if I can, it won't let me actually pick. Anyway, I thought these eyes will look more glossy than what they do. The entire figure just looks kind of like matte, like very flat. And I was under the impression that he wouldn't be flat, but he would look more glossy, because that's what the pictures show. So the pictures show the eyes as being a lot shinier than this, but they're not. The actual skin texture or whatever, it's not completely black. It's kind of like an off gray kind of look to it. It looks like this part is slightly darker than what these little horn parts are here. And I just really thought that it would be different than that. They did a good job with the metallic like features, like right here on this knee plate, and then right here on this, I don't even know what this is, like some sort of arm cannon or something. Not too sure exactly what this is, but I'm cool with it. I just feel it's a little tiny bit let down. I don't like how, it seems like there's color variation, between this, and then this is different, but they're all the same basic type of color. It's just slightly darker than the other. Like this is slightly darker than this, but this is slightly lighter than this and this. And it just looks a little off. And even like the little purplish parts here, I just feel like the whole thing could be saturated a little bit more. So I don't really know. I wanted the Cyberdemon, but they have definitely done better 6-inch pops. When I see what they've done with Songbird and Big Daddy, and then I see the Cyberdemon, I'm like, yeah, I feel that probably could have done a little bit better than that. But, if you're a fan of 6-inch pops, it's still a very unique look. You're not going to find another pop that looks like this. It is very unique. So it was about 16 bucks, and I got them from Amazon. So it's pretty much going to be the same price on Amazon as if you were to go to like GameStop or somewhere else. It'll pretty much be around the same price. So that is the Cyberdemon. Not too sure if there's anything else I can kind of show you there. I found another World of Nintendo figure. And I'm not too sure if you can even see it from right here. There is another link. Nope, you can't see him because he's beyond the other link. I don't know what link that one is from, but he looks like he's a bit of a cartoon type of a link. So I should just grab him. I can show you guys. I'm not too sure what game he's from, and I know that he's not the newest, but I've never seen him, and I found him at Walgreens, and I wanted to pick him up. So we have to check that out in a minute. All right, let's see. There he is. So this is, I don't know what link this is. If you know what link this is, let me know. But he's definitely different than the first Link that they came out with from World of Nintendo. Looks like he has it's a slightly different shield than the original Link, and the sword is probably a little bit different too. But I think I like this one better, just because he's a little thicker and he's a little more sturdy than the other Link, and his feet are wider. So standing him up is not as difficult, even though, as I try to demonstrate, you see he's falling over like crazy. But trust me, the wider feet does make him easier to stand up. So I need to fix that, need to fix the shield. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Just wanted to show you guys this Mezco 112 Collective Batman. And I know that they have some other ones coming out that I'm fairly interested in. Not sure if I'm going to get them or not. But if I do, in any other thing that I get, I think is pretty cool. I'll just make proper videos about them. Or if I forget, or if I take too long, I will simply live stream them. Why? Why what, Madara? There's a little bit of a stream delay. So chances are, like, when I say something and you reply to it, it's probably something that I said like 15 seconds ago. I'm just gonna wait for your reply, and then I'm gonna wrap it up here. Part of me wish, okay, part of me wishes I had gotten a lot of some of the older like Marvel figures I used to have when I was a kid, and they were about 12 inches tall. I had a Carnage, a Venom. Man, it was like this metallic Spider-Man. I don't even know what type of Spider-Man he was, but I had all these and they're super awesome. And I wanted to just take them from like my parents. Oh, hey, YOLO, what's up? Oh man, I was just about to end the stream and now people are coming in. That's cool. You can stick around. If you want to ask any questions or whatnot, just go right ahead. I'll answer them for you. I don't have anywhere I need to be right now necessarily, but I will stick around for a little bit longer while I try to get this link together. Could never figure out how to get his shield in his hand. It's very strange. You would think, and maybe I'm just crazy, but if this peg were on the other side, I can clip it to his arm and then slide his hand through here. Wait, no, you can't slide his hand through here. It's too narrow. So I'm not too sure how this is supposed to work, because it looks like that's supposed to clip onto there, but it's not like I can put his hand through here. So I don't know how that works. How did I get into collecting? I think it really started like as a somewhat serious thing that took a lot of my money. I think it actually started when, I'm gonna flip the camera around for a second. Cool. I think it started for me when I bought probably my first well, you know, I always had toys, you know, but I never really thought of it as really collecting the toys. But I kind of started putting things on display or whatnot when I saw that when Lego made the Power Armor Lex Luthor, and I remember just going into there and being like, that looks kind of cool. And that was before I really knew much about Lego, so I bought that and I put it together, and it took me much longer than it should have, because it was the first thing I tried to put together in a long time that was Lego related. And I was like, man, that looks so cool, and I wanted to just put it on display. And it just kind of started snowballing. At first, it really just started off as mostly Lego stuff. And as I would go to the store to look for more Lego stuff, then other stuff started to catch my eye. And, you know, that's where the like action figures starts to come into play. And I started getting things like, if you can see back there, that Rex from Mass Effect, and like that Borderlands Psycho. I started seeing all those things and already into and stuff that I was already playing, video games, it just kind of opened up this whole new world of products that I really never paid attention to and never really felt really existed to me. And then I started just looking online. I started watching videos and started seeing like all these really cool things that people were, showing off. And I started learning about statues, and I started learning about different companies who do higher quality stuff. And just the more that I learned, the worse it got, basically. And all this took place over the course of about 3 years. So that's how that happened. That's how that happened. But I always had like little different interests here and there. Like, for example, there was this time where just about everything, this is dusty as hell, where just about everything that I did was like related to like cameras and stuff like that. And you can't necessarily keep up a camera hobby without having an insane amount of money, because little stuff like this, I mean, they always cost like hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. So action figures and toys and stuff right now is the biggest thing that I'm into, but I think that it'll last for quite a while. I still don't know where I'm going to put this crazy thing. All these turtles, I mean, this whole thing, it's all attached. And I have no idea where to put these. I mean, I have no room. I still got the box there too. I don't know if I want to keep it or throw it away. I can't put them there. I don't have any other shelf that I can put them on, so I just don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm probably going to have to make something and probably put it on the wall, or I don't know. I don't know. All right. So if anybody else has any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. But if not, I think I'm going to head out. Might go to Toys R Us to look at stuff. I don't know if I actually am or not. I've been thinking about it, but I need to hurry up and make a decision. My favorite Funko Pop is there. Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster is the favorite. And it's not just because he's the Hulkbuster, but it's because the whole pop in general is amazing. It's heavy, it's shiny, it's very well detailed, very great paint applications. I mean, that was the best way to start off the Marvel Collector Core. The best way. And I think he was also my first 6-inch pop. And it was a great first impression, because then I started getting more 6-inch pops. And I even want to get 6-inch pops of things that I don't even care about just because they're 6 inches. So that's the Hulkbuster. And maybe the second favorite is Big Daddy, another 6-inch pop. Third favorite, probably right there. Snuffle up against most likely my third favorite Funko Pop. Also 6-inch, but he's also flocked. And he's amazing looking. That's probably the third one. Fourth one, fourth favorite, I don't know. I mean, that's what happens when you got like 100 and something Funko Pops. It's hard to decide which one is actually. Damn, something has bitten me in the night. I might have a spider bite or something. But this is itching like crazy. All right. Well, I need to start getting ready to do life stuff, which sucks. So I'm going to get my stuff ready so that I can go through the rest of the day and try to be somewhat productive and live an adult life. Though that sucks sometimes. I just want to stay here and do nothing. Look at TV and play some games and hang out with you guys and just go look for more stuff to buy. But unfortunately, I have adult things to do. So I'm going to just wrap it up here. For everybody that came out to watch, thank you very, very, very much. I am going to do more of these. But I'll just make sure that I'm actually going to put up some video beforehand so you will know when to actually come and check it out. So that's all I'm going to do right now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you later.